A Marine veteran, or should I say once a Marine, always a Marine, James Kilser saves the day as a convenience store is trying to be taken over by 3 highly respected members of our communities over at Yuma, Arizona. I have to say, I want to give kudos. I didn't cover the last good press we had about the Marines that are out there, but the Marines are a great representation of what the military is about. You got them saving people out of flooded cars.
Oh my God, this is the most American thing ever. Thank you. A ver si empieza.
Didn't cover that. And now this guy is a Marine veteran coming out here saving the lives of the employees of this gas station. We'll play that clip right here. Yes, this is a lesson for every single Marine that's out there. When you are doing your TAM belt or whatever belt you're at, Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, MCMAP for short, take that seriously. You never know when you're going to need it. This is just like when you live in Idaho and the requirements to take Spanish are there. You're like, I'm never going to use this. But then one day it kicks in and you got to say,
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Which literally translates to, I don't bargain, pumpkin fucker.
And that's exactly what this Marine James Kilser did as he puts his hands up, yanks it down. You guys are here and you're already enjoying the video. You've grabbed your popcorn. And the only way that you can pair that with perfection is by liking this video to boost the algorithm and maybe leaving a comment. If you've been unsubbed, please resub. I'm going to keep saying it. And if you weren't, I just appreciate if I've earned your sub today. Let's get back to the video right here. But there are a few scary things I want to say from this. The first thing here, if you look at this, the first frontman that has that weapon drawn out, it is one of those things where it's like his other hand's in the hoodie. You don't know what other weapon he has at that point. On top of that, I have to say he's probably acting out of instinct, but run, hide, fight. Honestly, let's have some heart-to-heart here, James. I appreciate it. But the same token, I want to say, these cash registers have a couple $100 in them. Probably not much. And with that being said, and not worth to risk my life, to tell you the truth, in my own personal, armchair quarterback of this scenario, I do want to say that these great, upstanding citizens that were just purely walking into this establishment, probably to get their coffee at 4 a.m., it's actually 4:26 a.m. if you see in the top of the corner, were probably a little bit smart to actually do it at that time, maybe realizing, catch someone off guard, someone that's really tired, and less people in the store in general, so they're not complete idiots. Now, obviously, anytime someone in the military does anything great, it is chalked up to their military service as being the key factor or indicator that they were able to handle that stressful situation, which James Kilser talks about right here.
Turn around to go leave, kind of walk out, and as I'm turning around, I hear the door kind of open real aggressively. And well, at that point, the spidey senses kind of tingled a little bit, and I looked over and saw one person with a gun, and they started yelling, "Open the register," and kind of did a quick sweep. Saw 2 other guys without no other weapons, and decided that's the guy I'm going to hit.
I mean, you grabbed the gun, which I think is obviously brave, and it's part of your training, I know, as a Marine. But what was in the bag? 2
Gatorades, 2 energy drinks, and a snack. I was actually going to take control of his head and the gun at the same time, and the bag just happened to be heavy and attached to me, and it smashed him right in the face.
Maybe just a word about your military service and the training that you have that will serve you well and the rest of us for the rest of your life.
Well, the military training, I mean, there was a quote going around about, it's a little misleading. That's kind of 2 things I said put together, but the military training, it helped a little bit with the muscle memory, but I mean, most of it was just being prepared. I take my I take my personal safety and the safeties of others around me pretty seriously on a regular basis. So just being in the right mindset of if this happens, I'll be there. And once they happened, I was mentally prepared and
Most of all, so glad that you
did
were.
what had to be done.
Like he says, it maybe help with muscle memory, but also if you read the Task and Purpose article about this, it talks about some of the service that he did have, and his last duty station was over in Yuma, Arizona. He served with the Marine Air Control Squadron 1, a part of Marine Air Control Group 38. If you don't know, Marine Corps Air Station Yuma Air Station, the wing is a totally different type of beast than the infantry division side of the House of the Marine Corps, and a lot of people will joke on the Wing Marines. I'm not saying they didn't serve or anything like that, but I'm just saying that is kind of like the known culture that's right there. And I have to give this guy a little bit of credit. Old habits don't die hard, and that is because he is a Marine through and through.
He's a Marine. First to fight, he's loyal. Honor, courage, commitment. Core values simplify. Oorah, he's a Marine.
He had his hydration, which was a little bit of Gatorade. Appreciate the electrolytes. He had an energy drink, and he said a snack. The only thing this Marine forgot, which is probably good why he stayed in the store, is because he didn't have any dip. That's the only thing that makes this entire situation a little bit suspect, but I don't condone using tobacco because I'm in the medical field. I'm telling you that right now. I will tell you that I've heard from people that have done, I would say, these emergency actions, helping people out in car accidents, helping people out in these situations where law enforcement would be involved. And they're like, sounds cool. You might get a Navy Achievement Medal, Army Achievement Medal, whatever, but you're going to have a lot of paperwork and documentation you're going to go through and writing your statement or talking to authorities. So as much as it's cool to be the service member that's there to save somebody, if you have the skills and are willing to do so, understand it could also come at the detriment of you having to be in court, also do all this documentation, paperwork, etc. Obviously, help people if you can and if you're willing, but I'm just going to say I've heard also the negative side of this as well. But let's keep this story positive because the Marines out here have been representing as far as the positive news that's been pushed out. So if you guys have any great stories where a service member has done something very cool, please drop that down in the comments below. I might cover that story as like a refresher. Where are they at now? What have they been doing? Because I'd like to follow up on some of those stories as well. But as always, if you guys do support what we do here on YouTube, you can always support over at patreon.com for special perks and benefits. Also, on top of that, we do have the YouTube join button below this video so you can get special perks and benefits over there as well. And as always, guys, if you guys have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.